Welcome back, everybody, again to Gamescom 2015. We're live on the show floor once more, and aren't we having a delightful time, Gareth?
Indeed. It's awesome.
It is amazing.
Everyone just seems to be having fun or queuing up and just watching the screens and just can't wait to get their hands on it.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome. So we are going to show some CQC footage live from the show floor, and because it is live television, remember that anything can happen. So at some point, if anything goes wrong, or if they're just really rubbish at playing the game, because it is actually just people sitting right here playing, then please be forgiving of their poor performances.
Indeed.
As we have to every time we talk them through the demos. But before we begin, before we show some of that CQC footage, I earlier asked 2 questions, and we finally picked some winners for those 2 trivia questions. And these guys have both won themselves a exclusive Gamescom paint job that you can only get here or by answering these questions. So the first one we have, with the answer to the question, the question was, what year was the first Gamescom held? The first Gamescom was in 2009, and lots of you got it right. We received hundreds of people using the hashtag EDGC15, which you should use as well. And the winner of that is WolfSGA, at Wolf_SGA. So we will be in touch with you. Yes, round of applause. We will be in touch with you to sort out your prize. So do send us a DM on Twitter, and we can make sure we get that to you. And the other question, of course, we had David Braben with us earlier, which was amazing. His question was, the original Elite, when did the original Elite come out? And the answer, of course, as everybody knows, is 1984. And for that, we have we had to randomly pick a hard name to pronounce it, didn't I? At TDSH. OOTER, shooter. So anyway, we'll be in touch with you as well. Round of applause. You've won yourself a Gamescom exclusive paint job. Another thing as well, before we start talking about CQC, is that I asked earlier on a question that was, who would you take as your wingman into Elite Dangerous and why? That question is still open to everybody, so I want to see your answers to that question. Who would you take into Elite Dangerous as a wingman and why? Any celebrity that you want to take in with you. And at the end of the day, I'm going to pick one of those at random, and they are going to win themselves the chance to name a planet in Elite Dangerous Horizons. The chance to name what planet in the galaxy. They'll be one of the first people to be able to do that. We are doing this every day with a different question. What I thought was really cool is that we do already have some in that I thought were actually really fun. Yeah. So I'm going to read some of those out. I'm going to live my local radio dream and be like, okay, so we have one from Ben Moss Woodward. He said he would take Ian M. Banks, because having a nice storyteller would be nice to sit in your ship and tell those stories. So I thought it was pretty good. We actually had quite a few people saying they would take Chuck Norris, which seems like a reasonable person to take in. Alec Turner, for one, says he would take Chuck Norris because he doesn't sleep, he waits. So you would always feel protected with knowing that Chuck Norris is on your side. Martin Hans says he would have Bear Grylls as a wingman. Okay. Because if you were to crash on a planet on Elite Dangerous Horizons, what I like about that one is he ties it into the on-message Elite Dangerous Horizons.
That's very good.
If he was to crash as a wingman, then at least Bear Grylls would take care of him and make sure that he survives. So that was pretty cool.
He'd eat anything.
Anyway, before we start about CQC, because I know we're going to watch some of these guys play. Hopefully they're in a game already. I think we'll manage to get a couple games out of them before we move on. I thought we would show the trailer again. I know that we've recently shown a really cool CQC trailer, so if we can have that up, it'd be really awesome to have it right now, and then we can get back and come with some gameplay. So, cue the trailer.
The Federation welcomes you to CQC, Closed Quarter Combat Championship.
So I mean, there we have it. I mean, I think that's pretty awesome. I think it looks pretty cool. The trailer looks really amazing.
Indeed.
What you saw there was a few of the sort of higher level play.
Yeah.
So you also saw elements of our capture the flag mode, which is where you can see that sphere, that data sphere, sort of following the ships through. And I have played capture the flag, and it is absolutely awesome. But what we've got today on the stand down here, we've just got the guys playing in death matches. Let me explain a bit about how our demo stations work. We have 2 stations split, 12 stations split into 2 sixes, doing like a death match against one another. And as soon as a game finishes, it rolls straight around into a second one. So I think the guys are playing right now, and it would be really cool if we could show some of that footage on there. We can talk over it, and hopefully
just topping up the rolling over from one game to the next.
But it's fine. You get it, bring it up on the screen. So I didn't introduce Gareth as well. I know that we saw Gareth earlier. But yes, Gareth Academy here is a streamer and also an ambassador.
Indeed.
So have you enjoyed your time here as a streamer so far, as an ambassador so far?
It's been amazing. I mean, I did my first stint as ambassador at EGX, and I was pleased to be picked to come here for this weekend, and it's just mind-blowing, just the sheer scale of this place.
It's even bigger than EGX, and also this is just one hall. There's so many halls.
I know, it's just this hall alone is massive.
We actually have space to move around in here. In the other halls, I went over to Hall 6 earlier, and people are like literally shoving up against one another. But I think we have some gameplay showing now, so if we can bring up some of that gameplay, it'd be really cool. Somebody just literally died and exploded.
Yep.
Here we go.
There we are, and there's the killer.
That's the camera, yeah. So hey, let's watch this. So
he's respawned. So he's flying the Eagle there, and as you can see, he's got twin beam lasers fitted. Now in CQC, there's every weapon seems to have a bit of tracking assist.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah, and you also have a defensive module. So your secondary is more defensive, and your primary is your offensive.
So we're following 2 Lavian eyes here. So all the PCs have been, the Xboxes have been named different things.
Yes.
So like I said before, I can't promise that everybody's going to be very good at this.
Yes.
But as we're flicking through, I think we can see. Can we find the 2-headed onion? Because that person looks like they're winning. Can we get a shot of their?
You see at the top there, the 2-headed onion's the guy in the leads is first place. Lavian Eyes here is 3rd place. So I guess there's only one other person that's managed to shoot anything.
Like we said, I mean, because it's live, it's like you can't. Like this person's just getting destroyed.
Yeah. See, another victor there, again in the Sidewinder. I'm not sure which one that was. Didn't see the person who got the kill.
Okay. Yeah. So there you go. He's actually getting locked on here.
2 Lavian Eyes, and he's chasing 2 Mad Miola, who's also in the Sidewinder.
There we go. He's got himself a kill finally.
He managed to sneak the kill out of whoever did the damage there.
He's just stolen it. So as well, you can see that he is in the Eagle as well, but we do actually have the Condor as well, the F-63 Condor in there, which is absolutely amazing. It's the first time that any players in game have been able to actually use that ship, which I think is really, really exciting.
Now it's switched to 2 assured win.
Yeah.
Again,
he seems to be actually, again. Yeah. So what he's not doing? Oh, there you go. He's managing to do.
He's actually chasing the Eagle that we were flying with a moment ago. Now, this ship's fitted with the twin multi-cannons and shield cells.
But he's out of range as well, as you can see by that X. So he needs to close that distance, because I think we actually have tweaked the distances slightly on the weapons.
Roughly about a kilometre, if I remember right.
Yeah. So you've never played CQC before yesterday?
No.
What were your impressions of it when you first picked it up? What did you think of it?
All right. Yeah. I mean, I can see. I'd like PvP combat in Elite anyway. But quite often you ends up being very asymmetrical. Okay. So you can be in a small ship and you end up fighting a big ship and you just get ganked. Or you can be in a big ship and you just get ganked by a group perhaps, depending. But yeah, you get plenty of fights where it is 1-on-1 and it's really good. But this is everyone's in small, fast ship, very fast pace, lots of tight bends like this. There you saw there was the superstructure with all the girders.
Yeah.
Now the Condor is small enough to fit through that gap. No other ship can follow it, so you can sneak around the superstructure of the hull using these tiny holes to fit through. And everyone else has to go around.
Yeah.
But of course, if you end up falling in someone's sights, it's not going to take long to kill you.
Yeah, no, certainly. Also, did you see that as well? He launched his chaff there, I think.
Yeah.
The chaff. That's going to stop people from behind.
Indeed.
They'll completely throw off their...
Works the same in the main
That's
game
right,
as well.
Yeah,
Chaff, it throws off your tracking.
Yeah, it's
and since all
absolutely-
weapons, well, I think pretty much all weapons have tracking, all weapons will be
Yeah.
thrown off by chaff.
So 200 Onions getting pretty close to the winning points. I think it's 800 points or 750. But
it?
actually,
All
there's
right.
only 15 seconds to go. So
Yeah,
it's
I
going to
think
be
it's
200
pretty
Onion that takes
clean.
this one, I think. But you can imagine when you've got, because also there's team deathmatches where you have sort of 6v6 situations and things like that, that you can imagine that those sorts of things, when you've got like 12 experienced players, I can't confirm those numbers actually, I do have to check those numbers, but when you've got those experienced players, you can imagine that those guys going off against each other, it's going to feel pretty exciting.
Yes.
So Commander Two-Headed Onion wins. The way our setup works is that basically now that they've finished, it's just going to literally roll around into another match. So I'm sure they'll bring up the screen when it's back up.
Yeah.
So you, as you were saying just before, you weren't sure about CQC because...
Well, it didn't really seem much like Elite at first. And then I kind of sat and thought about it, and it was like, actually, no, this would be good. This is a nice place where you're not going to lose anything financially within the game. So
Okay.
it doesn't matter if you
Yes.
get blown up.
So I think it's a
In the end.
fantastic way to introduce new players who
Yeah.
might want to learn more about what potentially could be, and also picking up those pads and just it feels nice, it feels fluid, it feels you're quick and sharp in and out of action, and then that hopefully will inspire lots of new players to come into the main game and realize that's where the true beauty of Elite
Yes,
Dangerous lies,
indeed.
which is
But
in this dense galaxy. Yeah.
Even for veterans like myself, it's just a quick fix, and it doesn't matter where you are in the galaxy
Yeah.
because it's separate. You can be out beyond Sagittarius A. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You fancy a bit of PvP?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just nip on CQC. Bit
Yeah.
of deathmatch, team, whatever. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It'll scratch that PvP itch.
Without, again, you mentioned this before, but one aspect of Elite Dangerous is that you have to pay your insurance costs.
Indeed.
You should never fly without insurance.
No.
So
That gets expensive.
it gets very expensive. So if you're flying something like the Anaconda, you can be paying insurance of like millions and millions and millions of credits. So you have to be very careful. Whereas if you're playing CQC, you can try out lots of different ships that you might not otherwise try out.
Yep.
Lots of different loadouts. You have levels as well, of course, which is which is an awesome thing that is kind of new. You have like a leveling up system where you grow up ranks, and as you go up ranks, you get new unlocks.
Yep.
You'll be able to customize your own loadouts. These guys have got what do you call it? Like a set loadout.
Yeah.
But as we can see, okay, we're starting again with two pirates here.
I would like to see some actual teams coming out of this.
Yeah,
Where,
I'd really like to see it.
say like capture the flag. You have someone on the team as the runner, the flag catcher.
Yeah.
And they're the fast ones. All they want to do is go fast and not get shot.
So what we're seeing
And
here
then of course
is,
you have like defenders to get in the way.
So the person on screen at the moment, although they're not quite getting to grips with how to speed up and slow down and things, they are heading straight towards a speed surge, which is interesting. There you go, they've worked it out. They've got the controls now.
Right.
Here we go,
There
switched
we
on
are.
to somebody else. But they were heading towards a speed surge, and that's one new thing that is included in...
He's on with the headlock.
Oh, he's got a headlock, but I think clicked in. Well, the great thing about it is that we have our ambassadors, which
Indeed.
are people like yourself, on the floor,
Yes.
showing people the controls as they sit down. Also, as they're queuing up, there is their controls are written down because we're not trying to pretend that it's not quite a complex game the first time you play Elite Dangerous, because
Indeed.
it is. That's why we bring around these awesome ambassadors to help out. But yeah, the speed surge, that's actually a pickup, and it's one of, I think, 3 pickups.
Yeah,
Again.
there's weapons, there's shields, and there's engines, basically. The same as your 3 energy bars, and you get a boost for each, and an alpha boost.
Yeah. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool when you go through it and you just get that pickup, especially when you're trying to escape from somebody.
Yeah.
There's a really interesting thing as well, and hopefully there will be some example of this. At the moment, these guys have gone a minute without killing each other. Like I said, we're not set. This isn't set up. This is actually genuinely people playing for the first time. But you can imagine when you get like experienced players all going off against each other, it gets pretty exciting stuff.
Just take a bit of getting to grips with. I mean, I'd never picked up an Xbox One pad until yesterday.
But it gels with you pretty much straight away, right?
Yeah, I got used to it, and pretty quickly as well, and it just well away. I soon started winning matches against some of the ambassadors and other players that have been around a few times already.
Yeah, well,
so yeah, it picked up pretty
here you go.
quick.
He's about to pick up a speed surge here, so we can watch.
Trying to shoot it.
He's trying to shoot it because he's, I feel as if, there you go, he's collided with it. But he tried his best.
Pranged it.
The thing is, as well, I just realised they can hear us talking, so they're hearing us commenting on their match right now. But, what was I going to say? Yeah, it's just one element of the Elite Dangerous experience, obviously.
Indeed.
It is something that I think that will help almost train people. Look at this amazing structure here, straight ahead.
Yeah. That's the space elevator, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, apparently that's not a non-technical term because that's not really what they're called. But those that's sorry, sorry, you got that wrong. But actually, if you look at people, we held a community event. I think it was last night.
Yes.
I think it was last night.
It
feels like it was a long time ago. We did drink a lot of Kolsch.
The Kolsch was certainly flowing.
Yeah, it was very lovely.
It was a lovely, lovely event.
But at that event, one of the community asked a question during that, and they said, are we going to have the chance to have these amazing structures in the game? And the answer from David, I think, was actually a resounding yes. They're going to find ways to make sure you get these new interesting structures in the game to fly around, and maybe you can have as your own outpost and stuff like that. And all these things are quite interesting because when you bring into question the idea of having these new minor factions, I think that's really cool because you have the minor factions. They could pick areas of the Elite Dangerous universe to hold as their own and have these structures as part of their bases. It's so exciting. And then you introduce Horizons. It's really cool. So we are finally seeing some action here. He's got that lock on. It looks like the ambassadors are now finally telling the guys what to get done here.
Well,
yeah. Go on, sorry.
To be fair, trying to get around 6 people, often it's 6 people that have never done this. They haven't even played a spaceship game, some of them. Some pick it up really quickly, some take a little time and a little bit of guidance to be able to point it in the right direction.
Yeah. I mean, it's like any multiplayer game.
I think this Pirateer certainly has it down.
But he's getting there. He needs to let his pulse lasers charge a little more.
This is actually a battle for first and second place because Pirateer is second on 50, which is the pilot we're with at the moment, while Two Cook is on 100 points first and is the one he's chasing.
And they only have 3 minutes to go, but hopefully that will
We'll see.
some.
He needs to get a bit closer though.
He needs to let his pulse lasers charge.
Although if you look at the bottom left there, shields are gone, he's down to 20-odd%. And it is a Condor v Condor.
Oh, we have somebody else in the mix here firing upon them as well. And you can see that. Oh, that's quite new to the game as well. Did you notice where the shields are being hit? Yes. There you go, Two Pirateer. Nice kill.
And he has taken the lead in that kill.
Yeah, good shot. Good work.
Now, I don't think he's quite realised someone's chasing him, or is he?
Well, it's about using the radar as well, of course.
Yes.
Like people,
there we go.
Well, that's one thing that people sort of sometimes struggle with at first.
Yes.
Is using that radar for the first time.
Yeah.
So I think it's really important. So you go in and you say, you are the orange triangle in the middle. The enemies are the red box around the side. And it's like a 3D space. You really have to imagine as if you're sitting in a 3D cockpit.
The 0 on the x-axis, the plane in 360 degrees around you.
So here we go.
That triangle.
He's doing. He's got it. I feel like Pirateer has this nailed.
I think he's got a pretty good hang of this.
Well, he needs to slow down more to hit in that blue zone.
Yeah.
So he's slowing down too much and actually knocking himself into reverse.
Yeah.
He needs to find that balance of going in the right place. So is he under attack here?
Oh,
almost a collision. You can see that red bar is showing where he's getting shot from.
I think they're out to get him.
Well, so we'll find out what we're going to see soon. Oh, one thing I want to talk about as well is line of sight, which is really, really important.
Yes.
So did you notice that? Like,
yes, I noticed that. And it plays really well when you're flying the Condor, because without that breaking of lock through line of sight, you would be quite the sitting duck.
He needs to get that lock on.
Yeah,
Tap
get
A.
somewhat closer.
Press A.
Got a lock on. No, it's B.
It's A to lock on the Xbox controller.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking the joystick.
So yesterday, I have to say as well, we have another one of our ambassadors, Bob, who's just standing off to the side. Hi, Bob. Bob, I just want to talk about how when we played yesterday, we got all the ambassadors sitting down.
Yep.
I sat down with them and showed them a few things too. Nobody's managed to beat me yet as part of the ambassador group, and I thought that was just wanted a quick brag about that. But I'm sure Bob wants to rectify that situation as soon as possible.
No comment.
You guys were a walkover. No, I'm So we've got like the last 50 seconds of action here, and then I think we've probably got time for one more match. Hopefully somebody experienced will step in and show us how it's really done. But I like people when they use that cover. Oh, so in the real game, that's in the real game, that's not that. Elite, CQC is the real game, it's just an element of the real game. In Elite Dangerous, the actual full experience, if somebody goes behind an asteroid, you will still see them locked on because it's the way that the actual sensors work in the game lore. But in CQC, to make it sort of more of a challenge and make it more of an interesting combat experience, every time that if somebody else goes behind an asteroid, that person will be lost from the sensors.
It works on like an active sensors kind of thing, so there's shadows behind objects, and you can hide behind those, in those shadows. And as I say, with the Condor, what you can do if you're getting chased is go behind a rock and just flip over, and then all of a sudden you're just shooting at the guy that's been chasing you.
Yeah, so another thing is as well, I find that it creates some really, really interesting pieces of gameplay, because you also have those tunnels and things like that. So people can dart into those tunnels, sort of hide on the other side just as they've come out, wait for others to pass, and then just like turn off and sneak away. It gives you time to let your shields recharge. Because one tactic that I've seen people do is sort of wait and snipe. So you wait around, sort of hang around asteroids, see two people fighting, wait until they've both got their shields down, and then you just go in and clean up.
Yes.
Just completely, absolutely wiped and they're taken to pieces. And also those tunnels are really, really cool as well. Yeah. It creates that, and I'm allowed to say it because we're on a live stream, it creates that Star Wars feeling.
Yes, you're very much in the trench.
In the trench.
You're having to duck and dive around the superstructures within the tunnel.
But also that amazing bit in Return of the Jedi, where they're heading straight down the middle of the Millennium Falcon and trying to escape.
That's the one, isn't it?
And you're shooting all the, you can shoot obstacles and they can explode as well as shoot doors and things. I think that people are near enough ready to get onto the stations. No, we're waiting apparently.
We're about there.
But if everyone's at home, I'll do a reminder right now while we're waiting for the next thing to get up. Remember, hashtag EDGC, your tweets, EDGC15. Your tweets might be featured on the stream tomorrow or later on today as well, as soon as we've got that system up and running. But also, I asked earlier on if you could go into space in Elite Dangerous universe with a wingman, a celebrity wingman of your choice. Wingman or wingwoman, I must say.
Wing person.
A wing person. We encompass all in Elite Dangerous Galaxy. It's 3301, for goodness sake.
Indeed. Get with the times, man.
So, who would it be? Who would you take up and why? Your celebrity wingman up into space. Use that, answer that question with the hashtag EDGC15. And at the end of the day, I will choose somebody. And that person I choose it'll be at random, by the way. It's not, you don't have to be the best one. I just want to see some cool ones. At the end of the day, that person will get to choose to name their own planet. They'll choose where it is, what it is. They'll have options as to whether they want to have it as an airless moon, somewhere they can land, because I know a lot of people will want to land on their planet. But the airless ones tend to not be the prettiest looking planets.
No, indeed.
So they might want to have an amazing gas giant that looks super cool and be like, this is Ed Zone, you know?
Or some Earth-like
the
or
Ed
other.
Zone. That's a terrible name for a planet. So who would your wingman be? Have you thought about this?
Oh, heck. You know what, I didn't expect this question. You know, I really didn't expect this question.
You know who my wingman would be, Gareth? It'd be you. You'd come along with me on my trip to the Galaxy. So we're back on with some screens as well. Somebody's already scored 100 points, which is pretty awesome. So this person, Two Lavian Eyes, they seem to know what's going on. I wonder if Two Lavian Eyes is the lucky chair. Were they the person who won last round? Who was that?
I didn't see that, actually.
Okay. Well, we have some time. We have time for, I think we're going to show this one last demo, and then I'm going to ask another trivia question. So keep your eyes peeled for that, because you're going to have another chance to win an exclusive Gamescom paint job.
Yeah. So we are with Two Lavian Eyes, and he is drawing with Two-Headed Onion. Now, remember what we've got here is that every winner gets an entry into a raffle.
Oh, yeah, that's absolutely right.
A special raffle.
The person who wins this gets entered into a special raffle at the end of the day, which we draw at 5 p.m. every day. They can actually win an Xbox One and a copy of the game, which I think is too much, and they should give all the Xboxes to me.
No, me.
Here we go. This guy's doing well. So
he's now in the lead.
I think Two-Headed Onion isn't going to be too far away, though. So is this Two-Headed Onion coming at him now?
He's getting shut up by someone or other. That's Salu.
Yeah, it is. It's Two-Headed Onion.
Two-Headed Onion, the guy who's just taken the lead from, is now after him. So he's got... Let's see now.
So both shields are down, but he has lower health on the left-hand side. You can see the bottom left.
I didn't see what weapons the Eagle had.
Yeah.
But the Condor we're with at the moment is equipped with twin burst lasers.
Oh, you got it.
Now that looked like a beam laser there, so I think he's got twin beam lasers. That's Two-Headed Onion.
So as I said earlier as well, you do have the upgrade system as well.
Yes.
I think at the end of this, you can see their experience points going up, and as they level up, I mean, those things are going to be balanced out as we progress through, and finely tuned to make sure that it's always fair. But and that's what the GPP is all about, the game preview program. So you can play CQC right now on the Xbox game preview program, which is absolutely awesome. So this person needs to lock on.
No, it's we've changed pilot now. He's with two assured onion, but he's not quite figured out how to lock on yet.
Yeah, because also he's using the multi-cannons and they lead. So especially he's just going to be aiming at he's doing a good job of staying on that person.
I'm very impressed with the new weapon, the plasma repeater.
Okay. Yeah.
It's very nice. It's
almost like a blast, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a multi-cannon, but it chucks plasma at a slightly slower rate, and it's really, really nice. Just having these little blue orbs come flying out. I would like to, hopefully, touch wood, I would like to see that in the actual game.
So somebody stole his kill. It was two Lavian Eyes. I feel bad for that guy. He's just probably sitting there going, I've been chasing him for so long, and somebody stole my kill entirely. But
two Lavian Eyes is in the lead with 300 points there.
Okay, so he's picking
well
things
for
up. That's good for him. Maybe he will actually beat the 7-minute time limit and actually win the game before it's over.
I don't know. He's nearly halfway through, and he's not quite on par.
We'll see. So you actually, after playing it yesterday, so you actually had hands on yesterday for the first time.
Yes.
I know we were treading that kind of ground earlier, but did you, in the end, I don't think we concluded, did you enjoy your time with CQC?
I did, and I really do look forward to it on PC.
On PC? So you were looking forward to playing it with the sticks?
Oh yes, I mean, I'm not an Xbox pad user.
Yeah.
I'm not used to it. My hands aren't used to it.
So Lavian Eyes as well, he's kicking ass here. He's realised as well on the bottom right, he's actually adjusted his weapons to the power, so I think that
got the hang of that. No wonder he's winning.
One of the ambassadors has probably told him all about that. Or, alternatively, it could be one of the ambassadors.
It either could be one of the ambassadors, or it's a veteran player that knows about the system anyway.
Okay, and this is the first time he's probably played CQC, and he's just taking his time to get used to it.
Anyway, I look forward to being able to play it with a stick and throttle. I've really enjoyed my time in a Condor.
I feel bad for this guy, too short to win. Hovering there, sitting duck. So I hope we get to see some people flying around nice and close to some of these tight situations.
Yeah.
Because you really do have to use... Oh, you'll see line of sight there's broken.
Yep.
So he disappeared entirely.
Oh, he overcooked that one.
He's trying to make it through. Reverse, left bumper. He's got it. Nice switch.
Yes.
Nice camera angle switch there. But yeah, you could just reverse out that situation. It would have been no problem at all. You would have gone through it. If those big signs there, you see that big CQC sign there that you saw to the right, you can fly through that sign, and it has a really awesome effect.
Weird.
Like sort of the breakup and the distortion of the imagery. But yeah, Lavian Eyes has got this down, 400 points.
You hear this odd hum from the hull of your ship as you pass through the light field.
So I actually play at home, believe it or not, with a... Just went through round it. But yeah, it's nice. So I can't wait to see, like you said, some team play. So some people, we have a Q&A department at work.
Yeah.
And those guys often go up against the developers, the development team. And you would not believe how skilled the QA department are.
I can well imagine.
There is actually a little bit of a rivalry going on between them. Every time I go on a stream, I always say, so, who's the best, the QA team? And if they're there, it's like, the QA team, obviously. The other guys are like, no, it's the development team. So we're actually going to hold a QA versus dev team match. We're going to set up a dream team. We're going to have like top trumps type cards, situations going on. And so you'll get to see some of that team play. In Capture the Flag modes, the QA team formed like shells around the person in the middle, and they would score each other through.
The Sidewinder is a tough little ship in this, and it's also quite bulky, so if you get in the right spot, so say the Condor is coming in, you can get a couple of Sidewinders around it, you could really shield it and prevent it from taking fire.
Yeah. And the Sidewinder is unbelievably, because it is the starting ship in the main game.
Yeah.
In CQC, it is the tank. It's like the tank class thing.
Don't underestimate the Sidewinder.
No, I don't.
Even in the main game,
it
is a tough little ship.
So we have 39 seconds left. Let's finally see who wins. Two-headed Onion only needs one more kill, and he'll end the game before he or she as well.
And he's tight on someone there.
There he is. He's shooting.
Are we going to see the kill from external?
I like this.
Go on, pull up.
Or is he going to get taken down first? Two people on the back.
Franked it.
Two-headed Onion is closing in. I think he got it. Yeah, he got it. 14 seconds remaining. He got the last kill there. 750. Congratulations, Two-headed
Onion.
Right there. Yeah. So if you come back to us, I mean, thank you again. I think we're going to call it there for the time being. We'll be back in about, I think, another half an hour's time, where we're going to do, like I've said repeatedly a few times over this stream, we're trying to bring Gamescom back to you guys at home. So we're going to show the sort of things that we are showing the guys down here on the booth. We're going to do some tutorials. That's what it's all about. We will have Elite Dangerous Horizons footage to show you when it's ready. Not today, not this week. We're not going to be showing that this week because we've just got the teaser trailer, which is awesome. Make sure you check that out on YouTube if you haven't seen it already. But this week is all about bringing that Gamescom experience back to you. So we're going to be doing some tutorials later on. About half an hour's time, we're going to sit here with Gareth, again, my wingman, of course, who is going to show us some of the more sort of the core gameplay stuff, some nice nitty-gritty. We're going to go through outfitting and some of those dirty numbers.
Yeah, some of the more intermediate work.
Yeah, that's cool. So, but before we go, of course, I'm going to do another trivia question. You've got to use the hashtag EDGC15. And when we come back after the break, I'll give you the answer to the trivia question. And the person who we choose at random will, of course, win an exclusive Gamescom paint job. So this next question. According to this number, what I have got here, how many people were in attendance at Gamescom last year in 2014? So how many people were in attendance at Gamescom 2014 last year? So use the hashtag EDGC15, get those answers into us, and we'll have the answer for you after the break. Thanks, guys.